Hey Vegas, welcome back to Vegas Realty Check. On this week's show, we are taking you into a house that is the bomb shelter. This is one of the most fascinating properties in Las Vegas, full-scale Cold War bomb shelter hidden beneath a suburban home. You wouldn't even know that it's there. 15,000 square feet. This one is going to be amazing, so stay tuned. Welcome back. Before we get started, let's dive into our market numbers. Welcome back, Courtney.
Yes, thank you so much. So right now, the market is doing what the market's doing for sure. Right now on single family residence on the market, we have 6,909, which is up 46 from last week. So more homes are being listed.
Even more, every week, even more. Condos and townhouses, though, are not moving. They're not moving much in inventory or under contract. We're at 25.29, four more than last week. Yes.
And new listings are 1,114, which is 72 less than last week. There are a ton of people trying to list their homes.
I mean, when you add these numbers up, this is not counting per rump. So if you're in the Las Vegas MLS and you're looking at inventory numbers, Las Vegas MLS will automatically pull in per rump in some surrounding areas that are part of our LVR MLS. So we eliminate those numbers when we report numbers on the show. So if you see a little bit of difference in the numbers we're reporting versus what you're seeing out there, that's why there's a difference. But when you add up the single family homes on the market plus the townhouses, we're at almost 9,000 in inventory, which is a large number in inventory.
Yep, and we're gonna get to that news, which is one of the updates I have. But under contract right now, we have 783, which is 13 more from last week. And I will say in the last probably 10, 14 days, even my lending office, we've really seen a decent amount of contracts. So I don't, either way, we're happy, but I don't know. I have seen, it seems like the market's starting to move, and I think that, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like sellers are starting to realize it is a buyer, right?
It's a buyer's market. They're getting on board. There's some people that haven't caught up with this. I was telling you earlier today, I'm in a situation, I spoke with an agent yesterday and keep in mind on this aspect of real estate, the average real estate agent sells 8 homes a year. Like that is average. And in this market, because the market's been pretty tough lately, a lot of realtors, there is I think it was 97% of realtors haven't even sold a home in 2025. So there's some realtors out there that may have just got a listing that don't understand the market that we're in. So I had this conversation with an agent yesterday. You know, we had buyers out shopping, brought a buyer, brought an offer, and the agent says, well, inventory's low. We've only been on the market a couple days. And I'm like, you don't understand how the market is because you've only been on the market a couple days and you probably haven't been working very actively in the market that we're in right now. It's not doing as well as you think it's going to do, and you should take this offer very seriously. Whether or not, waiting to hear back. So whether she took my word of advice or not, we'll find out. But it's really it's really something that the sellers have to realize, and sometimes, unfortunately, the agents have to realize if they're not very active in the market, which statistically a lot of real estate agents are not very active all-time or full-time in the market.
Yeah, and I think because there are so many homes on the market right now, you have to be competitive. And if you say no to one offer, you may not see another one for a while.
Yeah.
And, it's definitely a conversation to be had. And so right now, as far as rates, if you look at everything, in the last 2 months, we just haven't really had a ton of movement even past that. But there was rumors that President Trump wanted to fire Powell.
Oh, fire him.
I know you hate him. Yeah, right. Bring the rates down. But,
get rid of that dude.
So for like a day, we spiked up yesterday in rates, and then we're coming back down to what we've been at, which is right around a 6.8% on a conventional 30-year and a 6.4 or so right on FHA-VA.
Yeah, that seems to be where we've been hovering. So just a little bit of gossip news on that. So Jerome Powell is in trouble, or potentially in trouble, because of some like huge multi-billion-dollar remodel they're doing on the Federal Reserve that they're looking into, and they're saying that he lied in front of Congress when he was discussing this, and so he's got a lot of like heat on him right now because of this. And I seen a report that he may consider resigning, but his term is up next year in May. So after next year in May, we could say goodbye to Jerome. So he is on his way out the door. And what currently right now, what President Trump is saying is that he would like to see rates below 1%. Heck yeah, so would I. That doesn't mean mortgage rates will be below 1%. No. But we would definitely love to see that kind of adjustment in rates, which is currently sitting, the Fed rate is at like 4.8 or 4 point something currently right now, right?
And that's why it's also surprising that a ton of people are listing their homes, because a lot of people, either their home is paid off or they're sitting at like a 3% or a 2.5%. So sometimes the reality starts setting in that when they go look for what they got the house for, and now what they're going to get a house for that may be much less, I don't want to say quality, but a $500,000 home you got 10 years ago, what that's going to get you now with the rate is so different. So I think you're really seeing people coming to terms with what the market currently is.
Right. And also just to put another perspective out there, when people were getting those like 2.5%, 2% mortgage rates, which were phenomenal, which
Absolutely.
was March of 2020, that was a very short-lived time frame. But those rates, at the time that those rates were out there, the Fed rate was 0. So it's we need that Fed rate to come down to have more attractive rates. I think if we were below 1%, we could get in those 2 or 3 rates one day in the future. So it's a big hope. I don't know if it's going to happen. I sure hope it will, because that would be great for home buyers.
Absolutely. And a couple other things I looked at in the news that I saw were pretty interesting is 1 out of every 4 homes here in Nevada is owned by a large investment company. And then also they're seeing a huge trend of retirees moving out of Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because the town has grown so much and they came here because it felt like a smaller town, or it's just too hot. But they said that's also contributing a lot to the trend of a lot of listings going on the market.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of listings on our market. Speaking of listings, not currently on the market, but a great home. What secret is hidden behind a faux rock wall in this house? Trust me, it's not what you're expecting. Stay tuned.
Hey Vegas! Celebrate every day in style at the Composer's Room. We bring you non-stop entertainment infused with the vibrant spirit of Las Vegas. Our tavern serves the best drinks in town. Whether you're a cocktail connoisseur or a beer buff, our bartenders got you covered. And let's not forget about the food. Our culinary delights are sure to tantalize your taste buds. Come for the entertainment and stay for the food. Reserve your visit to the Composer's Room today and start celebrating Las Vegas our way.
Looking for a night out that's pure Vegas? Welcome to Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club, voted best comedy club in Las Vegas. Located at the Link Promenade, just steps from the High Roller, it's your ticket to big laughs from top comics handpicked by Jimmy Kimmel himself. No 2 shows are alike. Every night's a headliner, and every seat's a great one. Get your laughs at the best. Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy Club, only in Vegas, only at the Link.
Vegas. Celebrate every day in style at the Composer's Room. From live music to comedy shows, we've got entertainment that'll give you that Las Vegas vibe. Our tavern serves the best drinks in Vegas. Whether you're a cocktail connoisseur or a beer buff, our bartenders got you covered. And let's not forget about the food. Our culinary delights are sure to tantalize your taste buds. Come for the entertainment and stay for the food. Reserve your visit to the Composer's Room today and start celebrating Las Vegas our way.
Every home has a story. What's yours? From your first home to your forever home, Trish Williams helps you write each chapter. Real estate is about the life you build. Hire Trish to be part of your story. Trish Williams, Keller Williams Realty. License S.01755530, call 702-308-2878. Start your next chapter today.
Welcome back, Vegas. We are getting into some bomb shelter news. So we're going to be talking about this great home, amazing home that was built in 1978 during the Cold War era here in Las Vegas. Also, fun fact, the year I was born.
I love it.
Now, before we get into this house, I want to, are you like aware of, it's so like bizarre. I tend to like block things out. You know, that's just like a me thing. But you know, we have all this like atomic history here in Las Vegas, right? We have an atomic salon, atomic bar, all these atomic things.
There's a whole science, like, isn't there?
There's a museum. Yeah. I visited it recently. Atomic Museum, all these things. And I just kind of never paid attention to why that was. Just thought it was like a, you know, like cool, it's atomic, that's cool. But the reason why there's so much like of these like iconic and old historic atomic things here in Las Vegas is because we have the nuclear test site where they used to do atomic bomb testing. Right?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. How did we like live here and not know that? That's why it was so, I found this out in recent history and I was like, wow. How did we not know this? Back in like the early like 50s, 60s, 70s, people used to pull they'd have like set up chairs and like have a viewing area that was over like around where Main Street is, where they would watch these test mushroom bombs, you know?
Isn't it really toxic to be around that?
Yes.
Yeah, no,
and
thank you.
They didn't know that back then. So I think back then we didn't understand the repercussions of all this.
Around it.
So that's why it was, you know, just like, hey, let's go watch this big mushroom bomb go off, you know, so they're testing these. And it makes me kind of wonder, you know, like about our, you know, our ground, our water supply, like all this stuff. I mean, there was literally nuclear testing going on here.
Crazy.
So how, you know, what are the effects of that we may not be aware of, the long-term effects of all of that are there. So there's the Atomic Museum that's over.
Was it cool? I actually kind of wanted to go see it.
Yes, it was super cool, but it was super like, there was just this like, just big like, phase where everybody went through where like atomic everything was so cool, you know, everybody was so excited about it and it was just like this, like it was a feature, you know, like that drew people. It's like, wow, this feature is like your...
Yeah, I'm not one of those. I want to avoid anything atomic.
Yeah, and there was a company actually located in Nevada that like specialized in bomb shelters because back in that era, everybody thought it was so cool. Everybody wanted a bomb shelter in their house or at their house. So there are some of the older neighborhoods in Vegas that have like underground bomb shelters. I sold a house that had one that was like backfilled with concrete, though they had filled it because it was dangerous, but that's a thing. So it is a thing in Vegas. It was a trend. It is a thing. But this house in particular is extraordinary. Not your common, you know, little backyard bomb shelter.
And if you've lived here long enough, because I've never personally been in this house, but I've seen it posted. Like you always see it on Facebook or Instagram, like most interesting house in Vegas, or you'll just see it on the news feed like here and there. So this house is known here. If you live here, you've heard of it for sure.
It's located over off of Spencer, close to like Boulevard Mall area, which now that area is like, is considered like a very old part of town. But I mean, when I was growing up, that was the spot. So
Everyone
that was a very popular
Mall.
area. Yeah. So it's located over in that neighborhood. Originally, the top of this house was a shell. It looked like a house from outside, and it was just empty walls with an elevator that led down to this 15,000 square foot bomb shelter.
That's wild.
But over the years, they had made the upstairs portion of the house an actual home too.
More livable.
They made it a living space, because before it was just a faux house.
So this house was 1978, right? And the guy, he was considered a prepper, right?
Yeah, so the guy's name was Jerry Henderson. Jerry Henderson, he was a prepper. He was part of this like bomb shelter home movement that they had. He was in these groups where they were trying to build the best bomb shelter homes, and I think he won. He definitely got the best bomb shelter I've ever heard of.
I think we all kind of, if you're not one of those people, I think we all kind of like laugh and make fun of them. However, during COVID, you saw who was a prepper.
Yeah.
Because those were the people that were at Costco and Sam's Club buying all the toilet paper and thousands of dollars worth of food. So I think people do that, just not to this extreme. And if God forbid a bomb ever goes off, people are going to be trying to get into this house. Because,
oh yeah, no, definitely. I think they should storm the house.
I mean,
it's got space. It's got room for everybody. 15,000 square feet. Now, to get that in perspective, your average home is 2,000, 2,500 square foot, and that's a very good, decent sized home. So 15,000 square feet, that's a lot of home.
So it says there's only 2 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. Is that
underground?
So above ground's a whole separate house, basically.
Separate house, yeah. So underground, there's full kitchen, dining area, living room, fireplace, bar and entertainment, artificial outdoor areas. So the Jerry Henderson and his wife apparently traveled the world and lived in multiple different spaces, and they wanted to reflect all of these different places they've traveled or lived at in this space underground. So there's different areas of just different scenes around the world that they had a muralist lived there for 2 years with her family working on the murals in this home that they created. There's a faux lawn, painted sky. It's when you look at it, it looks like it looks like you're outdoors, and there's lighting throughout that replicates daytime, nighttime, dusk, all the different.
Is that where the pool is? Because I've seen the underground pool, and
there's a pool and spa.
Yeah. And it's all underground.
Yep. So it's all underground, but it mimics the outdoors. So if you're stuck in your bomb shelter, you feel like you're just living normal life outside.
Or if you don't want to get a sunburn, right?
No sunburns, no UV rays. That is, hey, that's a great feature, right? There's trees, there's boulders, all of that underground, murals of mountains, murals of like amazing scenery, forests, countryside. All of this is around there. One of the things I thought was pretty interesting is in the bathrooms, all of the faucets are actual gold. They're real gold. It's not fake gold or anything like that. It's all real gold fixtures.
So obviously he doesn't own the house anymore, right?
No.
And was the house for sale, or what is?
It's been for sale. So it did sell in foreclosure in 2014 for, I believe it was 1.2 or 1.5. I have notes on there somewhere. I'll get to that. And it's been on the market for 11.9 at multiple times, but has not sold. There hasn't been a buyer for that. But I'm sure it will be back, because I don't think their plans on selling completely went away. This home's designed to withstand nuclear fallout. So.
There's been a lot of crazy talk lately. So as much as people laugh, I remember about 2 weeks ago on Instagram, that's all that kept popping up because of all the weird stuff in the news with going to war and this and that and nuclear bombs and, so all of a sudden on my news feed, all I would see is like nuclear, how to survive a nuclear.
Only $12 million and we got you covered.
I mean,
it's not a bad idea. Definitely give you a sense of security there when all the stuff's going crazy. This is equipped with a ventilation system, generators, fuel storage, everything to back up and be able to withstand long term.
It's kind of interesting because, where I'm from, Michigan, everyone has basements.
Yeah.
So here you just don't see them because is the ground too soft? Is there a reason?
It's too hard.
Too hard.
We have caliche. So caliche is, a lot of people here in Vegas run into this sometimes when digging pools. It's like a very hard clay that cost a fortune to dig into. So if you're digging a pool, like if you get a quote on, putting a pool in your backyard.
Which is like $100,000
yeah,
now.
Already
That's the
expensive. It's
pool.
expensive to start. But if they run into caliche, I can't even talk this morning. Caliche. You can be prepared to maybe even double the cost because it costs a fortune to dig into caliche. It's very hard clay, very hard to get through. They have to drill into it. So because it's in various parts of the valley, very common in the valley to run into, but we don't know exactly where until we start digging. So it's not, it's just not feasible.
And it's, it's great because if you have kids, you throw everything in the basement, all the toys, all of that. But here, I have heard of a few people that have basements, and I'm sure you might have seen one out of. It's very rare. It's probably less than one, maybe not even 1%.
Yeah, there's a couple homes in the valley that have basements.
But I can imagine them trying to build something like this was probably very costly.
Yeah. Well, in 1978, I'm sure the cost was
much less.
What we would consider very affordable today. But over time, definitely inflation has raised that cost a lot. So Jerry Henderson, it was purchased by the home was purchased eventually by some place called Statsys Foundation, who they partially restored it. They maintain it currently. It is rented. I read online that it's rented for corporate events. So
I wonder who's doing corporate events in there.
Yeah, or a wedding. It'd be a great wedding venue.
I was going to say maybe some preppers want to get married there. Why not, right?
Very popular among preppers. There's a lot of YouTube videos out there on this home. A lot of people had to go see it, had to go visit it and get all the details. The decor, everything in the home, very circa 1970s era home. It is not there's nothing in there that's modern.
Redone, yeah.
Yeah, nothing redone, nothing modern, but
that's kind of what's cool about it. When they keep the old bones, they keep all the old interior, because then you feel like you're in a different time when you go in there.
Yeah.
It's like going in my aunt's old condo. It's like...
Yeah. No, absolutely. It's
just nostalgic.
Yeah, it's nostalgic. It's super cool. And I was looking at, one of the video walkthroughs of the home, and it's like everything, even the doors are like antique, it's just filled with all of these, historic era. You don't see that stuff anymore. Plus, I can only imagine the cost of renovation for something like that would be extreme, but who would want to renovate it? You want to preserve the history of it.
I love it.
Yeah. So it's literally a hidden gem here in the Las Vegas market. I did, just as usually anytime we talk about historic real estate, I search old MLS listings to try to find anything awesome or amazing that was in the listing. Not much about it. So it was 1.15 that it sold for in 2015 as a foreclosure, an REO. And it's been listed a few times. In 2018, it was listed for $18 million. And it's been on the market even a couple times at $5.9 million. So they went down from $18 million to $5.9 million, same owner. But it's not had any bites, which is, I think that's very fascinating. It won't have any bites
until, God forbid, you need that kind of house, and then it'll be priceless.
Yeah, then they have multiple offers.
Probably more than that.
Yeah, so it has not been sold, still on the market. I'm sure the owner would entertain an offer. So and if you want to make an offer, just call me. we'll put it together. It doesn't matter if it's on the market or not. We can give it a shot.
Right?
So yeah, let's do that. So when we come back, we're just going to talk about some other things, where to find us, how to get us. And real quick though, before we came back, before the break, I talked about what's hidden behind this faux rock wall. It's actually the heart of the bunker. That's where the fuel storage is. That's where there's some air filters, backup systems, things like that. So this faux rock wall hides the hidden hub of this house.
I love it.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you guys in a few minutes.
Every home has a story. What's yours? From your first home to your forever home, Trish Williams helps you write each chapter. Real estate is about the life you build. Hire Trish to be part of your story. Trish Williams, Keller Williams Realty. License S.01755530, call 702-308-2878. Start your next chapter today.
So today, lots of fun nuclear bomb prepping shelter talk.
Hopefully we'll never have to deal with experiencing any of that.
Yeah, no. There was a point in time where I was like asking my husband, can we put a bomb shelter in our backyard? Like, drop a Connex or something? And he was like, yeah, it's not happening. So, I just always thought it'd be cool just to have one. Maybe I'm a prepper at heart. I don't know, but thought it would
never be too prepared.
Yeah, you can never be too prepared. You know, just that sense of security that knows, like, hey, I don't have to worry about it. Just go downstairs in the backyard.
That's right.
Yeah. So, Courtney, people want to talk money. They want to get financing for their bomb shelter. How do they get a hold of you?
If you want to get a bomb shelter or any other house for that matter, give me a call, 702-416-6918.
And you can reach me. I'll help you find the perfect home with the bomb shelter. There's some out there. There are some out there. We can find it. You can call me, 702-308-2878. And follow us right here on Hey Vegas TV. We have episodes releasing every week. If you want to connect with us on all different spots, social media, follow our show in different areas, we are at realtycheck.vegas. On that link tree, you can also send us listener questions and get in touch with us there. And we'll see you guys next week.